Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Do Spot, the channel that awards in 12 points, and also your favorite boutique Eurovision channel. So, Azerbaijan just finished the rehearsal, and we are here to talk about Efendi's performance of Matahari. So, let's talk. So,
Let's talk.
would you like to kick this off?
I can if you want, actually. It's kind of weird because I have a number of problems with this performance, but they're actually not with Efendi. Like, to me, she did a pretty solid job for her first rehearsal. Her vocals were like everybody else. There were a couple of like little shaky moments, but in general, her vocals were very, very good. She sounded great. She looked great. She had great energy. She really was like, killing her time on the stage. It was great to see. But what are those dancers? What are they doing? It is like possibly the most boring backup dance routine I have ever seen. Their movements are very, very small. Like, it's one thing for the singer to have like a pared back or a toned down version of the dance moves because they have to sing, they can't be too athletic. But the backup dancers are also like really, really, the movements are really small. They're kind of standing almost like a semicircle around her, behind her, and they're not really making any impact because they're not making any big movements, any fast movements. It's just all very, like, almost exactly the same as her movements. And it's just a very strange, like, she's high energy. She's giving it everything she's got, and she's surrounded by a bunch of boring people. And it really makes a really, what's the word? It's kind of a strange dynamic because, like, they're not supporting her. They're like dragging her back. Um, yeah. Also, I think that there's some really nice staging. The LEDs, they have a nice like ethnic quality to them, which really suits the song. I really enjoyed that a lot, especially at the beginning. There's really nice sort of use of sort of gold and turquoise, and you kind of really do feel this whole like sort of Arabic Turkic influence, and that's really really cool. I like that a lot. The dancers' costumes are also problematic to me because they're almost the same as
As
Effendi's.
Efendi. Yeah.
And so it doesn't help her.
hmm
Yeah, what were your
I,
thoughts, Khan?
you know what? I actually, share your same thoughts because
Mm.
the thing is, this was one of the performances when I thought that I thought they would pump a lot of money into. I
Yeah,
had really high expectations from Azerbaijan. Like, this wasn't a Tix moment, like Tix used the
yeah,
same staging basically, but they had this music video, but that wasn't really the response wasn't that really positive because like a lot of people
yeah.
were complaining that she wasn't a natural dancer, she was a little bit stiff, but actually, what we saw on the stage is exactly the
Like
opposite
opposite.
concerning
Like
Effendi.
she was killing the
She was
dance
giving all.
moves.
She was giving her
Yeah,
all. She was
exactly.
energetic, and after the second run through, you could see that she was sweating. Like, she
Yeah.
literally gave her best. But I think those dancers are just there to be there. Like, this is a dance performance, so we need 4 or 5 dancers. Okay, let's arrange some. Let's
But
arrange the same girls from the music video.
exactly.
That's
But you
kind of
know
what.
that part, like the ethnic break, or let's call it, where it drops and there's like that
Yeah,
ethnic part. I almost like their movements and stuff almost need like scarves or something in their hands to make that whole part bigger. Because
yeah,
at the moment they're just using their hands, and the way the stage is lit, it doesn't add anything. They need to have something to make those like circular motions like really come to life, because otherwise it's just that could be a real moment of the song. Like, that's the moment where they should be going crazy with their dancers, like swarming around her, making like a whole big kind of deal, and they're just not. It's
this
really it's
mhm.
really
Thi-
hard.
this rehearsal actually proved that expectations can be dangerous because we were
Mm.
expecting a lot of things from Azerbaijan, and what they gave us is not bad. I mean, it's still
I
not
mean,
bad.
she rescues the performance and she should be the star. But I mean, when you have, someone like Effendi, you need the backup dancers to be supporting her, to be like lifting her performance. I mean, compared to Albina this morning, her dancers really like improved her performance. They like,
Yeah,
you know,
that was a show. Yeah.
exactly. They sort of like, you know, she was still the star and it was very obvious, but her dancers were really there and like helping her to elevate her performance. Whereas
Yeah.
I said before, Efendi's dancers were like holding her back, and it was really disappointing because Efendi, you could even see it in her face, like it was so much energy and so much passion going into that. She was amazing, and then they'd flick to a glimpse of the dancers, and like seriously, it's like a whole bunch of straight-faced people. There was like no love, no energy, no like nothing. It was hard.
And this was probably also the performance of the day where the least amount of new elements were added. Like this
Yeah.
was, you can also say Norway, like it was the
Mm.
same. I gave the same example twice, but this this didn't meet my expectations at all. This didn't meet my expectations.
No, although in the press center there was a lot of like positive comments though. People were like, "Wow, this is going to be top 5." I was like, "Okay, if the dancers wake up, maybe, or if she's like doing it on her own, maybe there's a chance." But I
She,
mean, the total package at the moment is the problem. Effendi is not the problem. I like her
that's true.
anyway. I think that she's a really beautiful person from what we see of her, like giving interviews and what have you. And that also shines through in her performance. You see it in her face that this is really important to her. So my problem is not with her. My problem is with the package. And I hope that Azerbaijan spends the next, 10 days, or whatever it is, just tweaking that performance and getting it a bit more alive.
I have two side notes to end this video. One, she could really sing. Like
Yeah,
that's one of the strongest points. Let's give that to her. And also,
absolutely.
my second issue. This is an issue. The outfits. Also, you mentioned that probably
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like they're black, and the background is also like gold, black, pink
Yeah, it's
kind
kind
of
of a
thing.
very
You
dark
know,
feeling.
and they kind of blend in with the background sometimes. Like
And she
it's too
blends
dark.
in with the dancers when she gets into
That's
that
true.
line with the dancers.
I mean, they could have
um
added some gold elements maybe, or some
exactly,
colors.
or
Like
maybe they need a bit of spotlight on her, I don't know, something, because when she stands in that line with her dancers, you cannot actually in the third run through, we got a shot where they like had pulled the camera out and you couldn't actually tell which one Effendi was.
yeah. hmm
I
hmm
mean, that would be I hope that was just a
For this day.
rehearsal camera angle and not like a semi-final camera angle. The song itself though was really catchy, and as you said, vocally she did very, very well. I
Yeah.
think it will qualify. No thanks to the dancers.
So this is what we think about Azerbaijan, and we are now moving on to some other countries, Ukraine and Malta,
Yeah, I'm looking
namely.
forward to both of those very, very much.
Exactly. And before we do that, please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram,
Instagram as
hit the
well. Yep.
notification bell, like this video, feel free to share this video, and we'll see you soon in the
We'll
next
see
video.
you soon. See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Okay.